I'm going to go. All right. Hi, guys. Welcome. Welcome once again to our Byways Reception. We are so pleased. This year was just amazing work, and we're so very proud of all of our CTC students. And so first of all, let's just give everybody a big hand. Well, we're in our, 21st year doing Byways, and we've had a lot of people, move on to be published and do some amazing things. So we know that whatever you guys are going to be doing in your future, you're going to be doing great things, and we're extremely proud of you. Now, before we get started with introducing our Byways finalists, we have partnered with our Net Impact students, and they had a very special contest where they made art out of recycled items. And so we invited them to come and just introduce to you guys, and we're going to have Mr. BJ Brown. He is going to introduce them. So come on up and tell them a few minutes about what you did.
Hello, hello. I'm BJ Brown.
You go higher. I'm not that tall.
Okay. All right, so I'm BJ Brown, and I'm with a CTC organization called Net Impact. Our mission is to just change our community and change what we can from our own hands. And so I was in a competition where we were trying to figure out solutions and things to do with recycled goods. And so I was like, why don't we hold a competition in CTC of recycled art projects? Because art speaks volumes, and sometimes it speaks more than words. And with our winners here today, they made projects using the recycled materials that were just extraordinary. I mean, Mercy, our first place winner, she made a basket out of, she made a basket woven with plastic bags that was more sturdy, that you can bring out to the public and wear more, just kind of like suitable for fashion, if anything, and just like a more durable bag. It was really cool to see that type of thing for recycled goods. And then our second place winner, Cesar Sanchez. Cesar made a cat house out of recycled goods. He made it out of cardboard, recycled plastics, and recycled water bottles, and used the recycled water bottles to have like food bowls for the cat that already had it inside his in the cat house, which was really cool. And so I was like, that's dope. That's dope. Okay. And then our third place winner, Olivia. Olivia used I think it was more like bottle caps and like things like bottle soda, like the little like tab for like soda cans that you would have that always just gets discarded. She used materials like that to make jewelry, make recycled plastic jewelry and recycled goods jewelry, and it was just beautiful to see. I wish I had it today with me, but I mean, with our project, it was for it to be recycled and just bring to the public a look of like what you can make from nothing, what you can make from what you have around you. And so that was our message. That was what I wanted to bring to CTC. Thank you.
Thank you, BJ. BJ is awesome. All right. We also wanted to go ahead and honor one of our Byways winners who also won first place in our welding competition. She has 4 children and could not find a babysitter. So she is with us in spirit, but she was the one who did the amazing metal work, which you'll be able to see over there, the dinosaur that won the welding competition, and the rose. and her name was Mackenzie Alcaraz. So, come on, Mackenzie, let's give her a big hand. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to call on our different winners. If they're comfortable with coming up and telling us a little bit about their work or reading it or performing it. So, Des, would you start? Yeah, you can. Des won first place in collage.
Hello, everyone. My name is Desmond Roberts. Of course, I'm a student here at CTC and part of Early College High School. My art piece that I did was a collage section. It's called Black is Pink. It was inspired by these scraps that I had from old newspapers, magazines, and then there was this one pamphlet of a African rap design company that was discarded, and I was like, oh, I like those faces. And the process of me doing this collage was I had a lot of pink and a lot of black. I used the scenario Black Pink, if you don't know the K-pop group, kind of as my inspiration, but I wanted to represent that black could also be vibrant, could be colorful, it isn't always dark, and you can see the light in it. So I took heads, kind of, sort of, and I put them on these old fashion magazines, and it reminded me of that women can also wear different things, but also have meaning behind what they were wearing. So that was kind of the background of it, and as I do for collages, they each have a theme, and the theme was black and pink because of the color scheme. Thank you. And you're free to go through my sketchbook because there are many, many pages of scrapbooks.
Thank you. Sai, where did you go? There you go. Sai, do you want to take the microphone and just walk over to your piece? Or do you want to get your piece and bring it over here? You'll grab it. All right. Sai won first place in digital art. So, Sai Thomas.
Hi, I'm Cy Thomas. This is my Warrior canvas. It's I wanted to do something inspired by one of my favorite artists, Wayne McLaughlin. He did a lot of the main art for the Warrior Cats book series, and I really love like the composition of his pieces and the way that they're like really magical. They're usually just portraits, but the depth and like the emotions that he brings to his pieces are incredible. I love them. I got this guy from a little game that like generates characters, and he was instantly my favorite because his name was Red Eye, and he has blue eyes, and I just thought that was hilarious. So I wanted to draw him. That's all.
All right. Oscar, did you show up? No. Oh, you are here, Oscar. All right. Do you want to bring your work over here? Or do you want us to bring the microphone over there? All right. Okay, this is Oscar Roman. He won second place in La Rosalia. Rosalia.
Hello everyone, this is my piece. I had a class assignment to make a brush poster in Photoshop only using brushes. And I had struggled for so long because I was in a creative block. But one day on my drive home, I was listening to the album Motomami, and I got inspired to do this. And Motomami is roughly translates to biker chick, which is why I pulled inspiration from motorcycles and motorcycle helmets And yeah, it's just her overall album art that I used to create this.
All right. So now our next artist is very special because her name kept showing up in the anonymous voting. And it's like she got first and second and first and second and first and second. And we're so proud of her to have such a talented student here. So Sherry, we put all of your stuff in one spot. Do you want to get up and talk about it, or how do you want to do this? I could bring this over here, but either way, whatever you want to do.
I really didn't prepare any speech or anything like that. I have enjoyed taking classes here at CTC. I got my bachelor's degree from East Texas State University when it was East Texas State University, long time ago. Now it's Texas A&M in Commerce, I believe. And so I wanted to, after 32 years of teaching, do my own artwork. And so I started taking classes here, joy classes and small metals and ceramics, and thoroughly enjoyed all of it with very good instructors and a lot of support from my husband, the photographer. And he brought me home the boots. They were left in a parking lot somewhere, and he said, I think that you'll like these, and so I did. And the gloves over here on the smallest picture on the easel, it's really not very small, it's like really big. It's so big that I didn't bring it. And they were gloves that he brought home that he was gonna throw away, and I said, oh, no, you can't throw those away. So I saved them, and then I think I put them on a shelf, and then I was looking for something to do a year or two later, and they fell off the shelf, and I was like, oh, no, what am I gonna do? So colored pencil, painting, ceramics, metalwork. I enjoy doing it all.
Very proud of your work.
Thank you. So that was pretty much half of the winners already right there? No, I'm kidding. All righty. So Sherry has already, oh, I'm sorry, we're going to go to the drawing next. Valerie, have you shown up? Valerie Rivera? Oh, Madison. Madison, we skipped right over Madison. Your friend's over here, Madison. So sorry. Madison is our third place winner for digital art. So come on, Madison. You want this over there, or you can bring it over here? Okay. I even have it in front of me. Duh.
All right. Sorry about that, Sam. Well, that's okay. Go for it.
Hi, my name's Madison. Not better? Sorry. This is my art that I submitted, and my inspiration, I used my Apple Pencil and tablet to make this, and I started using Affinity Designer for the first time. This was one of the first artworks I made using it, and I was really interested in trying out the watercolor brushes and using them to create something digital that would look like I use traditional watercolors. And I was inspired by the process and the idea of replicating the style of watercolor with using the precision that you can use with digital art. And from the reference photos I used of the barn owls, I really liked their feathers and like how they would have subtle colors and then a pop of a pattern like the black and white speckles. But yeah, thank you for the opportunity to share my art.
She also entered another amazing one, so she's very talented in digital art. Oscar, did you show up yet? Nope, not yet. Valerie, did you show up yet? Nope. Okay. So in our medal work, like I said, Mackenzie Alcaraz won first place, and Sherry Wilson tied with her medal, and Mackenzie also tied for second. So very, very talented people. Now, we have Natalie, and Natalie won first place in music lyrics, and she's going to perform it for us. So, all right, Miss Natalie. Natalie Rogers.
So this song is called Black and White Finger Paint. It's about like my adoption story and being adopted, but I'm not gonna talk anymore about it. Laying in a bed she couldn't call her own, comparing how long she'd be in this place called home. Since the last time she was told that she didn't belong, wondering when she'd be able to just move on. Now she heard the same story a million times, of two strange people telling her that she'd be fine. She was only there, she was lost, and she didn't know if she could keep pushing on. Her life was like black and white finger paint, so innocent yet so faint. Had no purpose in filling in the spots normal kids could not. With black and white finger paint, years passed by and she still lay in that same old bed, wondering if she could ever trust again. Until then, her life was like black and white finger paint, so innocent yet so faint. Had no purpose in filling in the spots normal kids could not. With black and white finger paint, years passed by and now she's all grown up, and she realized what two strangers had done. They gave her love, they gave her love, just like black and white finger paint. So when I sing it so faint, had a purpose in filling in the spots. Normal kids could not, with black and white finger paint, with black and white finger paint.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful. The second year in a row you got first place, huh?
No, I got third place.
Third place. She's moved up. There you go. Great job. Well, Victoria, see, you came back. Yes. So we have a second place winner for music lyrics. This is Victoria Kim for A Letter to You. Do you want to what do you want to do? How do you want to do this? Read it or?
Sure, yes, I will read it.
Sure.
Actually, let me get my stuff. By the way, we do have the byways this year, so everybody will go home with their byways. Awesome. Okay, well.
Hi everyone. So I'm Victoria and I play second in musical lyrics. So I'm not going to sing it because I I don't do that. But pretty much the song is just about a person that I liked and I thought that would be really fun. So I'll just like read the bridge because honestly that's like my favorite part of the song and. Yeah, I just want to share it with everybody. So it goes, and it tears me apart that I can only look at you like a piece of art, specially handcrafted for me. But what if you belong to somebody else? And what if I belong to somebody else? I know I've only ever seen you in the halls. I know my heart deceives my thinking. But oh, why do I still get butterflies from you? And that's just a feeling. And yeah, that's it. Thank you.
By the way, we all love that one. Just few people loved it more, and that's why you were second, but that was awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Well, our next person, CTC student, has, this is your fourth year? She has become a finalist every year because she's extremely talented in all types of poetry and writing and music lyrics, and so I'd like to, and this is the first year I get her last name correct. We have third place winner in music lyrics, Ashley Demers.
Am I only doing the music one right now?
Huh?
I'm only doing the music one right now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
You could do both. She could actually do both, because, yeah. Hey, where are you, Ashley? Where's your second one? Poetry. Yeah, so you might as well do both of them at the same time. She got second place in poetry for Snowflakes. So, thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Ashley Demers. I did one that I wrote was a music lyric one. I do sing as well. I haven't gotten around to writing the music for this one yet. It was kind of inspired by a grief moment in our lives, but I also kind of got the idea for a couple of the lyrics from after I was watching a live Heart concert from 2003, and I'm a classic rocker, so it was kind of a Led Zeppelin Heart inspiration for that one. So it's about my 20-year-old niece was murdered New Year's Eve 2020, and we haven't really quite learned how to, I don't know. We've been able to adjust to life without her, but sometimes it's harder. on certain days. So this one is for her as well as the poem that I wrote. This is called Letters to the Sky. Words of pain, of sorrow, of love, mix onto this parchment I'm sending above. Your letter to us through shimmering snow stars soften the rawness of heartbeat scars. Sometimes I just don't know what to say. I'm angry with myself because the words won't come. Just sit silently and feel the music hum. We miss you so much. There's an empty space in our hearts. Sometimes the pain just tears us apart. But now we must settle for spoken words to empty rooms. Simplicity is key. You know what we feel for you. So I write a letter to the sky, wondering what heaven is like. Have you seen the rainbow bridge of dogs chasing butterflies? Sometimes I catch myself starting to cry. At first, I question it, but of course I know why. The reassurance I have is your continuous light. It shines in our lives. Your happiness shines so bright. Her face kissed by the sweet sunshine of your love so fierce as she marvels at that sight. She writes letters to the sky with her tears at night. Before you rock her to sleep, you catch her tears with your smile. Thank you. Those last 4 lines were about my sister. It was her daughter that was killed, and she said that when she woke shortly after the incident happened, the sunlight kind of filtered in through her window, and it never really did that in that specific spot, and she kind of felt like that was her daughter speaking to her. And the time that they always caught up on everything was at nighttime, and so that was just, nighttime was the hardest time for her for a while. This next one was a poetry piece called Snowflakes, and I wrote it about the day after her funeral. And it was a month before the infamous Snowmageddon, but it was the most beautiful snow that I'd ever seen in my life, and I'm not a winter person. I'd much rather prefer this weather. But it was the day after her funeral, and it turned out to be the most beautiful day that I'd seen in the winter. So this is called Snowflakes. The vivid beauty of the scene in front of me, it doesn't seem real. In fact, nothing seems real these days. I shake the dark thoughts away and focus on what's before me. A white morning, yet not morning. Happy tears spring to my eyes. I let them fall with a contented sigh. Everything looks so soft, so serene. A soft snow is falling, yet the sun is still shining. I know you're there. I can't believe how beautiful it is. I walk slowly outside and hold out my hand, tilt back my head, close my eyes, and smile, like being kissed by the snowfall. I don't mind the cold at all. In my hand, I catch a snowflake. I gaze in awe at its beauty. I wish I could save it for all eternity, but as it melts, another falls on me. I know you're here. Your smile is the sun. Your laughter is the gentle wind. Your spirit is the snowflakes dancing in the air. Like a child, I spin under dancing flakes of ice. As the snowflakes melt on my face, I start to cry. I love you. I miss you. I long to see your smile. Please don't go. Just stay for a while. And then the snowflakes fall more and more. I feel a warmth that wasn't there just days before. As I stop, I feel a simmering peace. In my heart and my soul, I feel God speak to me. He will see me through, and that man by my side, he will carry me too. As I look in the mirror, as I stand and stare, I wonder if a snowflake can fall and not vanish in the air. I may not be able to catch snowflakes every day, but with childlike wonder, I wish upon a silvery snow star and say, maybe I'll write a letter to the sky someday. Thank you.
That was awesome, Ashley. All right, so our next, Kara, did you ever show up? Kara, you are here. Okay, come on up. All right, Kara sent in music score, and we have, Juan, are we able to play her music?
Yes.
Okay, she did a piece called Constant Thoughts, so,
Want to talk about it first before you play it, or which way?
I'll talk about it first.
Okay.
know what the ending of the piece meant because it's, as it's titled, Constant Thoughts. And this piece was basically the beginning of my school year was hectic, but it fit together and it made sense. And then towards the middle of the school year, it was great. It was wonderful. And I had finished the piece with the more chaotic tone, and I didn't know why until the recent months happened and everything like went downhill. So every time I listen to this piece, I'm just like, this is definitely how I'm going through. And it does end peacefully, and I am doing a lot better than I was. But that's what Constant Thoughts is about.
3rd place in painting, and she also won 3rd place in hand sculpture, Auschwitz. I do not see her, but she did tell me a little bit about her 2 pieces. Over here, she did 2 hummingbirds, and we thought it was hummingbirds, but she kept calling it self-portrait. And so we asked her, why is this called self-portrait? And she said that she did an assignment in class, and they had to associate with an animal, and she couldn't figure it out. And then several people and her friends said, well, it's obvious, you're a hummingbird. And so that's why she calls this self-portrait. I don't want to lift this because it's pretty fragile, and hopefully you guys will come. But there is a hand and a butterfly attached. She was doing a project on the Holocaust, and she wanted to make a piece that would represent a child. And she originally had barbed wire on the hand, and she wanted the child to put his hand above the barbed wire, and a butterfly would rest on her finger. So it's just a very powerful piece that she put here. So, all right. So our next winner won 1st and 2nd in photography, and his 1st place will be used for advertisement for all of next year for Byways. So this is Daniel Mendiola.
Hi.
You gotta go way higher. Wait.
Hi, I'm Daniel Mendiola. I'm a local professional photographer in our area. Starting off with these 2 photos, I took them back in the fall for a different art competition that was canceled. And they didn't tell me about it until I showed up. So it was very unfortunate. I was hesitant to join this competition initially because I just kind of felt like it was, I don't know, not beneath me, but I wanted to give other people a chance, but I just kind of wanted to get those photos. At least somebody would be able to see them. And I do apologize for the quality of those. You did.
They were printed.
Yes, I didn't have time to get them printed properly. If anybody would like to see them, I can show you on my phone in the full resolution. It's a lot better. But anyways, I just want to talk about the model. She's an incredibly talented ballet dancer named Sophia to our area. She's probably going to go on to become a professional ballet dancer when she finishes high school. That's why she's in here right now. She's 16 years old. This summer, she's going to Russia to attend the Bolshoi Ballet Academy. So I was really lucky to be able to have her. In fact, my daughter dances with her. If anyone wants to see the ballet, that's where I'll be working. That's where I'm leaving right now. They have a performance this weekend here in Colleen. So you're going? Okay, I'll see you there. All right. But anyways, the photos. The one on the left, I don't even remember the name of it. The fairy. That is a bokorama. It's a composite of 6 separate images put together. And the idea is to create a depth of field, a shallow depth of field that no lens in the world can create with one single shot. It's really pretty. It's beautiful. It's a very cinematic look. But I believe that one's 5 or 6 photos. And the one on the right, that one first Rainfall, that's a composite of 13 different photos. Took us an hour to take that photo, actually. Had her dad standing behind her, pouring LED balloon lights on her over and over and over again until we got them falling in just the right way. And then I'd take a ton of those photos and use them to get, the style that I wanted in that. All right, thank you.
It just goes to show you the talent we have here at CTC. We just have amazing people all over in our community. So, Nadia is not going to be here. She did the photo of Under the Texas Sky. Texas is a very special place for Nadia, and I wish she was here so she could explain why. But she is very proud to be here, and she is very happy to have her family here. So I hope you'll enjoy that one. All right. So, Shari, did you get here? No? Ashari Brown won first place with The Dilemma of a Libra, which was very cool, by the way. So make sure you stop over at the table to read it. We have, where are you, Ryan? We have one of our CTC students, and actually she said, I don't think I'll enter. And she ended up getting third place in poetry, first place in short play, and first place in short story. So come on and share your work with us. I'm proud of you.
Do you want me to grab all of them or just?
Yeah.
Okay.
In fact, Victoria, you're gonna have to just come back because you got another one. I'll make you come back.
Hi, I'm Ryan. So like Cindy said earlier, is that I did not intentionally, I didn't even know Byways was a thing, despite working here at the library. I didn't know it was a thing. And she's like, oh, are you gonna
Anonymous judging.
anything into Byways? And I was like, what's Byways? And I was under the assumption that submitting the things that I had submitted, there was maybe going to be like 20 people entering, 30. I just did it for fun. I didn't expect to win. I was told I won, and was like, oh, that's cool. Wait a second, I won. And so, the one that I'm most proud of is, of course, my short story. I love to write. I've been writing, God, how old am I? I've been writing for a minute. And so, my one that I'm most proud of is A Perfect Day, but I think it might be too long.
Maybe a few paragraphs, or pick one.
I'm gonna read the poetry.
Okay.
Because it won third place, and I still am very proud of it, and would like to share it with you. And so my inspiration for this poem was, in this day and age, especially for women, but for everyone, it is quite unsafe here in the country. And so, people can go about their days doing what they like, doing what they want, but for women, inherently, there will always be a sense of fear, of being on guard. It is commonplace these days for a woman to have a self-defense weapon. And so this is my piece called A Walk to the Car. Despite itself, the moon glows brightly. Every visible crevice in the sunlight. I wave farewell to my coworkers with a smile, and unlike the moon, I do not glow. The walk to my car is not far. I tell myself this, but I am still tense. It's quiet out here, and I'm alone. I tell myself this, but I am still afraid. My footsteps acquire an echo, and my heart drops. I can see my car, but for some reason I do not speed up. The echo does. His hands are rough, they hurt my own wrists. My bag drops to the ground, and I'm worried my birthday could breaks. I'd struggle harder, but it seems I cannot. The moon shines its spotlight down on us. I'm shaking from what I do not know. It's cold. He's here. I'm tired. He's here. I'm scared. He's here. It could be anything. My wrists would the cold turns warm, and I am suddenly without him. On the ground, favorite sweater torn, landed on my bag. My gift is most definitely broken. But now I worry about my heart, my mind. My coworker grabs my hand and pulls me up. She envelops me in a hug, but I do not feel safe. Will I ever feel safe again? The moon drags its spotlight away to someone else in town. Thank you.
Some of our CTC students don't know how talented they are. All right, Constantine, did you get here? No? Okay, he also tied for third for poetry. now we are going to short play, and Amari is a very special guy. He used to write short plays, but he didn't know he was writing short plays. And every time he would read something, he would act it out. So we're extremely excited that Amari has gotten second place in short plays. So Amari Dykes.
You put higher money. Yeah.
You can hear me right? Good morning, actually, no, good morning. Good afternoon, actually. My name's Mari, and yes, like Cindy said, I've been writing plays for I don't know how long. But then again, I started around ninth grade, just writing something or just typing something that just came to my mind, wherever it was, wherever it might have been, just my imagination running wild. And when I did get my imagination on my my notes, when I got my playwright done, I just felt accomplished when I finally got the thing on paper. So the idea of my short story or my short play on this page, it's not over yet. It was originally a part of a story that I already made. And it was when Miss Cindy said I needed to get a short version of the story or get a certain part, I wanted to get a certain part of the story where I would leave, whoever was reading the thing, with a question. What's going on? Where's the story going? How did it get like this? And again, what's going on? Which was the intent I wanted when I submitted this. So, you want me to do it? Well, look at these. I suppose I will. The city is destroyed, with Reming's placing his flag on the ground. Did we just lose? Amy, no. Time man. Not yet. Big man. What's done is done. Time man. Not yet. I'm going to do something I haven't done in a long time. Time man makes symbols with his hands until the clock on his chest starts to move backwards. The deed is done. I don't know what you did. I don't want to question your gimmick, but what exactly did you do? Everything still looks the same. Victim, well, if he did it right, it only looked like this for a few seconds. And slowly, time is being reversed. Rin, time's going backwards. Time man, it means we have another chance. All time's reversing. A bunch of rolls, lifts of a Tundra Man. Time man taps Tundra Man. He's able to move along with the group. Time man. Okay, everyone. This may be our last shot. Make it count. And I wanted to leave you all wondering what is going on in this story. Right. Which, again, would make you more interested to actually read the whole thing. Now, this is a part of one of the acts in my story. I'm not going to say where or when it takes place. That's for sure. That's for you guys to figure out. But until then, I hope you all enjoyed.
Amari. You're so funny.
I'm out. Paint the black.
All right. Sorry about that. He gets excited. All right. So we have two more. Victoria, Kim again. She won second place in short story. So come on, Victoria. Next time we're going to flip-flop with the short stories first.
Hello again. So I submitted another piece, and this was a short story. This one is very dear to me. The context, there's not really any context to why I wrote this story. It kind of just came out of my soul. I was driving to work, and I was just like sitting in this long line of traffic, and then just like something just like urges me to just start writing. And I don't know if anybody else can relate, but like as like a writer or like somebody who appreciates writing and poetry, it's just like there's just something that just pushes you that you need to like express. You know, like writing is a way to like express yourself, and I think a lot of artists can agree maybe. But yeah, this is just an expression, I guess, of me. So this story is called Through the Rearview Mirror, and it's very, very short. So let's see. It starts a Friday that feels like a Thursday. A long day of doing nothing, procrastinating and putting off daily tasks that would benefit me in the future. The clock ticks to 4:20 p.m. and I grudgingly grip the steering wheel of my car and drive to work. A lethargic ache overcomes my soul. A man of a slender figure walks into traffic. His beard was long and gray, the type of gray that told a story to its readers. An innocent blonde that has experienced the world and how cruel it can be. The man's eyes held the baggage of his past as he walked in shame. His heart was out on a piece of cardboard that he found. Anything will help, God bless. The stoplight flashes red, and all the cars around become motionless. The gray clouds match the melancholy setting. As I sat in silence, I tried not to look at the man as he dragged himself past my car. I hastily jerked my head to the opposite side of my window to avoid the guilt. I felt a feeling of eagerness and determination, but also a feeling of guilt and shame. It was as if his soul somehow touched mine. Through the rearview mirror, I could see the man getting smaller and smaller. The vehicles in line remained at rest, giving the man time to skim by and creep. A maroon truck rolls down their window, and a pale hand reaches out with a brown bag. The man of sorrow looked up and down and immediately grabbed the gift. At that moment, his expression shifted immensely. For a moment, his face glowed with an unimaginable hope. His face relaxed, as if the burdens of his life just rolled off his shoulders. Shortly after, I saw the soft, pale hand reach out and grab the rough, textured hand of the man. A kind gesture that brightened a jaded heart. The light flashed through, and I continued. And so that was that part. And I just wanted to share that in writing this piece, I guess I wanted to capture the hope in humanity through a small act of kindness from one individual to another. And I think the most beautiful thing in the whole wide world is when somebody goes out of their way to help another person. So that is all. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, and we have our third place winner, and I'm going to read his whole entire name: Edward Alvarado Rafael Eliza. Eliza? And he did Whispers Above as Echoes Below, third place.
Hi, my name is Eduardo Alvarado. Annalise, the history that I will be presenting is about a man who let himself indulge on his darkest desires and based on what he has suffered from people who were above him and the consequences that he suffers after following their example. At least I will be reading the middle sentence. It is a little bit large on its pages. So here I will. He felt like a wounded and desolate animal, with vultures starting him, while letting him the slightest rest. He was afraid of what was to follow after that. During his life, he had been taken seriously, being bossed around, and being at the mercy of others who might contradict themselves and make mistakes. Even so, they believed they were always right, having the right to do what they wanted, and they wanted to ask for respect and obedience even with this. They were gods, not benevolent because they were, but because they had the power to force others to think so. That was the way how things were, and when their time came to be, they followed the natural order of things. I have done nothing wrong. My only crime was having a moment of weakness. My only crime was not being almighty. The man talked to himself in the darkest moments of his life, this perhaps being the last. The man realized that the rumble of the bones of their surface had stopped, perhaps a ray of hope among all the darkness. However, the room started to rumble unexpectedly, as if a giant was closing in on him. The rotten man's heart pounded with each step as he were trying to get out of it. And as if with each step, his soul were trying to get out of his body. The air felt colder and heavier around him as in an impending calamity was drawing near. In the blink of an eye, a urine appeared in the middle of the room, his eyes reflecting indifference, while his face and mild reflected tranquil dissatisfaction. The being had 6 fingers on each hand, a muscular body like stone and full of thorns, like a pair of white wings. He was dressed on purple rags, holding a golden scepter and had the shape of the planet at the tip, along with a loose ring that encircled and made metallic sounds. Mostly, he had one eye covering his entire face. However, he had an open mouth in the pupil of his eye, also reflecting a smile. Faced with such a scene, the man began to tremble, feeling around him an air of imponence in the face of the monster's superiority, as if he were facing an authority beyond his understanding. "What are you?" Asked as quickly as possible, hoping perhaps that the fact that he spoke would make the monster look more human in his mind, and that would calm him down a bit. However, it was certain that he would end up judging and sending him to the worst of defeats, and he couldn't do anything. The being was silent for a few moments. Finally, the center of his eye opened and he began to speak. "I present myself with satisfaction to those who shudder from the lowest to the highest of things, believing that the traces are invisible. With joy, I take those who shake others, being full of pride and frustration, especially having power." The man turned pale upon hearing that. Everything was going to be taken from him unless he tried to do something. At least these were this framing will go. Yeah, so at least this will be all about a man being judged by his own conscience and actions. Suffering the consequences for everything that he has done, and believing that he will get away with it. Thank you for your attention. I'm sorry for all the takings and thank you.
All right, just one more before we go. Oscar, did you ever show up? No. Valerie, did you ever show up? Remember? Valerie showed up.
Sorry.
Okay, Valerie, so it was your picture we dropped on the ground. No, it was yours over here.
Yeah.
So come talk with us. Yes. Valerie got third place for Moonlight. And Valerie, is that the only one you got?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, come on up.
No, I'm good.
You good. All right, so she'll tell you all about it if y'all go over there. She'll talk to you.
Just, I
Or
drew
not.
because I like the show, that's it.
Oh. There you go. So, all right, anybody else that we missed? No, everybody else is not here. All right, so can we have all of our winners come up? All of our winners. Noelia, can you take a picture of all the winners? Here, guys, get in front of the podium. Don't everybody hide behind the stuff. Come on. Here, guys, everybody grab one. Everybody grab one. And y'all get in front of the podium. Everybody come get you. There, look at that. No, they don't. Yeah, right. Just by all right. Okay, guys, and everyone get a Byways. And a little thank you. Everybody get it. And everybody get in front of the podium. Or I tell you what. Yes, everybody's gonna get in front of the podium. And while they're organizing, they can write so much better than they're organizing. I just want to tell you guys that our judges, one of them already walked away, is our library staff, and we also have Mr. Whiteman, who was one of the judges. All right, I need everybody to get in front of the podium now. Come on, guys. Guys, or keep going, keep going, keep going. Wait, you know what? We need to get a side view because you're not going to see. Guys, y'all got to get in the front. Get in the front. Come over here so y'all have room. Y'all come over here so y'all have room. Hey guys, why don't y'all come over here so y'all all have
I say the same thing. Don't ask me to prove it.